Oh, man. Hey, guys. Welcome to episode 41. Oh, man. I hope we got that on video.
I'm pretty sure it's on there.
Welcome to
That show's
episode
good, dude.
41. This is spooky season.
Yeah.
I have my... I can't stop laughing.
Spooky.
Let's do our secret handshake. Ooh. All right, welcome to episode 41, you guys. This is spooky season. We are in October, and we here's why I think that will probably be a blooper at the end, dude. That's so funny. Anyway, let me explain to you if you're on Spotify, or maybe we just don't have it at the beginning. Hopefully we got that on video, because I scared the shit out of Tate right now.
Yeah, it was good.
And the reason I think I got you so good is because, you guys, today we are going to talk about, our topic is scary encounters with ghosts and scary stories, ghost stories, because it's spooky season.
Yeah,
and
super fitting. Let's do it, man. I can't wait.
We freaking love Halloween.
Yeah.
And if you didn't listen to episode 40, go back and listen to it. Because you won't be surprised that I love scaring people. It's my love language. I love scaring people. And I was thinking when I right before we started, I go, oh, my forehead's shiny. Let me go like powder it up real quick. So I went powder my forehead real quick. I came back in, but as I was walking back over here, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna scare him, right? As soon as he starts turning the camcorder on, or whatever it's called, and the board, the soundboard,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna try and get him, and I got your ass. I can't believe I did it. Let me high five myself. Oh man, my stomach hurt so bad. I felt like I did 100 sit-ups right now. I was laughing so hard. Woo.
It was good, bud.
That was good. Anyway, so today we're gonna talk about scary stories and scary encounters.
Yeah.
But I want to give out. Let me see. Oh, it was Brianna. I think it's Brianna. Brianna is one of our part of our ACU. And she actually recommended, hey, because she heard that I loved. Well, I don't know how they identify, but they said, well, they watched our last episode and saw that I love scaring people, and they were like, hey, have you ever read scary stories or anything like that? So I was like, dude, let's do it. So that was on the fly. So here we are. So shout out to Brianna for that awesome idea, because
thank you.
Hello, I scared the shit out of you right now, and it just made my heart so happy. And made your heart jump a beat, but it made my heart happy. So we are going to get into it, and here's how we do it. I found some really cool stories, but they're 2-sentence scary stories. And I went down a rabbit hole, you guys. Have you ever heard of a 2-sentence scary story? That's skill. If you can tell a scary story in 2 sentences... That's amazing.
What the heck?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open up with some of them, and then I'll get your thoughts on it. And by the way, Tate has not heard or seen any of these.
No, I haven't.
But we were sitting in the studio, and I was like looking at him, and I was like, oh my God, that one's scary. Oh my God, that one's scary. And then he was going over his scary story that he's going to tell today.
Yeah.
And that's how I got your ass. I think the vibes were high, man. I think everybody's on edge, right? And not to mention, it's at nighttime right now. So.
Hurry up.
Okay, we're going to get into the first. We're going to do a couple. Let's see. How many did I pull? I pulled 6.
Okay, cool.
So we'll do 6 2-sentence scary stories.
All right.
Okay, the first one. We need like scary music right now. Here's the first story.
Yeah.
There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. What do you think about that? If you woke up and
creepy.
If you woke up and you live alone and there was a selfie or a picture of you sleeping, would that scare you?
I'd throw that phone away.
I would move out. What the hell? That's so scary, but it's like kind of exciting. I don't know. I say that, but I'm so full of shit. Here's why. I love being scared, and I love going to Not Scary Farm. I love scaring people. I love Halloween. But it's because I know it's not real. If it's real, and I 100% believe in ghosts.
Sure.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in ghosts because of my personal experience.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, I didn't mean why. I meant like what made you believe in ghosts, but that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, not just personal experience. I like moving back home in Samoa. It's a very like comfortable topic.
Yeah.
It's a very like.
It's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah. They'll say.
I saw my grandma yesterday,
Yeah.
and you're like, wait, didn't your grandma die like 20 years ago? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very comfortable topic. So everyone talks about it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's normal.
Uh-huh.
So that's how I grew, and that's how I grew up. So it wasn't just those; it was also my personal experiences and stuff like that, which I'll share.
Yeah. But like, we won't get into it yet. But like your personal experiences, do you get scared, or do you just like embrace it and go, oh, that's
Yeah. So I know what it is
Yeah.
as we're experiencing it, and it is scary, but it's like you're kind of comfortable with it.
oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're just like, oh, it's all good.
Dude,
You know?
I'm such a wuss. Like, I get all like, yeah, I love being scared.
Yeah.
Okay, it's because I know it's fake,
Yeah.
but that's not fake.
No.
That would scare the
No.
bejesus out of me.
At least I don't believe it is.
Ghosts are real. I'm 100% positive that ghosts are real.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay,
Yeah.
short number 2. The short story. My sister said that my mommy killed her. Mommy said I don't have a sister.
What? Come on.
Aren't these awesome?
What?
Isn't that scary?
Ugh.
Because it makes you think, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait one fucking minute. What do you mean you don't have a sister? What? That's just such a skill set.
It is.
For someone to write a scary story in 2 sentences.
It's pretty cool.
Dude, I just had a brain blast.
Huh.
Remember the very first year we went camping in Ensenada?
I did. Oh, I do.
And we...
I do.
So we'd never been... We went with a bunch of friends. And they... and they're Mexican. The families that we went to, they're all Mexican. We were the only non-Mexican family there, and we freaking were living for it. It was the best camping experience, right?
Yeah.
And so they told us what they do is they get the kids around the campfire, like the bonfire, and they do s'mores, and they sing cool songs, and then they tell scary stories.
Sure.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I got some good stories. I'm excited. So fast forward, everybody's telling a story. Ooh, and the kids are like, ooh, and then I'm like, oh, these stories are weak. I'm gonna tell them a good one. Now, here's the thing: I don't remember, because as everybody's telling a story, I'm like, oh, good stories, and I'm like thinking, and then I'm like, and then I went online on my phone and I found a story, but I told it as if I knew it was real.
Sure.
It wasn't. I got it off the internet. But I don't even remember the story, and I wish I did, because I told the story. And by the way, you guys, I used to be a theater kid. Not a theater kid. Let me back up. I wanted to be a theater kid, but I had to play sports. So I'm like, well, and then my senior year, I finally went into theater, right? And in high school. And so I love acting. I love all that, right? So when we did these stories, and I'm acting it out, and then I pause for effect, and I'm looking at all the kids because they're all right here. And then when I did the final sentence, I'm like, and bah! And then this little kid, you know those little camping chairs that, but they're for kids, and they're a little tiny? He was sitting in one of those, and you guys, I really did feel bad. But it was really funny. I tried not to laugh. I went to my tent and laughed, but I did feel bad. This little kid, how old do you think he was? His name was Johnny.
6 or 7?
6 or 7. He flipped backwards out of that chair into the dirt, because we were sitting around the campfire, into the dirt, and ran off into the oblivion crying. And I was like, oh no. And I was like, oh no, everybody's gonna be mad at me. Everybody was laughing because everybody was drinking. So everybody was laughing their asses off. But I felt so bad. But then I was like, but it's so funny. Anyway, that's my horror story for camping. I just had that brain blast. Okay. Short story number 3. I awoke to the crackling sound of the baby monitor with a voice comforting my baby. As I rolled over in the bed, my arm brushed against my wife sleeping next to me.
What the heck?
I hate stories with babies in them. It scares me so much.
What the heck?
How crazy is that?
Are you getting up? Are you getting up and running to that room?
Hey, man.
Or are you going to wait to hear a little bit something else?
I left my son in the middle of the street during trick-or-treating. Fuck them kids, man. They're on their own. I'm not getting up. As long as the baby's fine, I'm not getting up, dude. And like we had baby monitors, but now they have baby cameras.
Yeah, video.
Yeah, we didn't get those because we were too broke because we were fucking teenagers, so we didn't have those. But can you imagine?
Yeah.
What's that one scary story that has it has the baby, like you could see the baby monitor and you can watch the baby and the baby's like getting up and walking. What's
Stop.
It's scary.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone help me out. Drop it in the comments. It was a scary story, and it was showing like the baby monitor in black and white.
Okay.
And then the baby is too young to be walking, and it would get up in the crib and it was just walking around in the crib. Isn't that scary? What? Did I make that up? I didn't make that up, did I?
I don't know, but I want to watch it.
Okay, someone please help me out and tell me if you remember that movie. It was from a long time ago, but it was one of the scariest fucking movies.
On.
Yeah, and the baby was like, 10 months old or something. Drew walked at 10 months, so that was fucking scary.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Imagine you're 10-month-old, right? Wasn't even crawling. Was just kind of combat crawling with the forearms, right? And dragging her body. This is Drew. Dragging her body. And then I just remember I was eating lunch one day at home, and I think it was in between classes, and then I was watching her, she's 10 months old, combat crawling across the carpet, and she like crawled right over in front of the couch, and then just pulled herself up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at her pulling herself up, and then she turned around and just started walking, and I was like, oh no, no, I'm like, where's the holy water? Why is my fucking kid walking at 10 months? Dason didn't walk until after she turned 1.
Yeah.
That was nutty. But now you see her now and you're like, that kind of tracks. But anyway, where was I going with that? That scary movie.
Yeah.
The baby stood up in the crib and was walking around like
I don't know.
Like a grown ass man.
I gotta see it.
Like the baby had a swag to it. And it was like, and I just remember watching it going, ah. That's crazy. All right.
Right. So, I mean, do you get up?
No, I don't.
Or you wait to listen?
No, I go like this. I go, Tate, it's your turn. You don't know. You're still sleeping. I'm all, babe, it's your turn. Baby's
you
crying.
just turn your back.
Yeah, the baby's crying. And then I'm under my covers going. That would scare the fuck out of me, dude.
Huh.
But you're not scared of stuff like that, so it's okay if you go.
I'm not. I am, but I don't care about. I don't know. There's still some fear in there. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was scary. Okay. Here's short number 4. Working the night shift alone again tonight, but there's a face in the cellar staring at the security camera. No. You're fucking paying me minimum wage. I don't get paid for this shit. You're on your own.
What are you doing?
Dude.
Turn that monitor off.
Dude. You're like, you're in the, can you hear me down there? Hey, whatever you want, take it. I'm out. And when I was reading this, I was picturing like a close camera and that thing up there going.
Yeah, just a face.
Just staring.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You're like looking at all your security cameras and you see that one.
You see that one. Ah! That would be me. No. Don't even call anybody. Right. I just fucking leave.
I quit.
I'd rather be homeless than like
run out of there.
I didn't have a job that made me sit in like what? I wish I would have known. I want to know context. What job is this? What security cameras?
Is it real?
And where are you working that there's a cellar?
Yeah.
A wine cellar? Maybe.
There's
a lot of fancy restaurants that have wine cellars.
There are?
Yeah, no. I'm all, hey, can you bring up the 1942 cab? We'll split it. But you're a ghost, so I know you can't taste. I'll tell you what it tastes like. Go ahead and run that up to me. What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
No. Dude, if you guys have scary stories,
seriously,
send them to us.
Yeah, we'll share. I'll share. Let me share. Can I share?
Yeah. Wait, I got one
time?
more. Wait.
Okay.
No, I got two more.
Okay.
Okay. You're jumping the gun, man.
Sorry.
These are funny.
I know.
We got to prime the pump and get everybody scared, and then you can tell your fucking real story because your story is real. I don't know if these stories are real. Okay. This one says, I can't sleep. Wait, I got to do it in my theater voice. Hold on. Ready? I can't sleep, she whispered, crawling into bed with me. I woke up cold, clutching the dress she was buried in.
Shut up, dude.
I can't sleep.
Shut up. That's crazy.
I can't sleep. I'm going to scare you so bad tonight when you go to bed. That's scary.
Come on, dude.
I don't know if you guys do this too, but like I always have cold feet, right?
Yeah.
My feet are always ice cold. It could be 200 degrees outside. I crawl into bed, my feet are frozen.
Yeah.
And he's like, get your dead feet off of me. I go, he's like, your dead cold feet. You're going to be sorry when I'm gone. You're going to miss my cold feet. And then I go and I put them right between his thighs. He's like, stop. That's what this reminded me of. Because when I die, I'm going to come back and haunt your ass. And then you're going to be like, oh, get your feet off me. And you're going to wake up and I'm not there. That's scary.
It is scary.
That's scary. Okay.
It's nuts.
Here's the last one. I don't know. Have you guys ever read any of these?
I think it's good, and I want to believe it.
And for me, I have no attention span. So when I'm looking at like, where are the short, scary stories?
Yeah.
And there's 2-sentence
Super
scary
impactful.
stories. That's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the last one.
Okay.
My son insisted that I check for monsters under the bed. So I crouched down to have a look. And there was my son whispering in fright, Daddy, I think there's someone in my bed. Fuck me. No!
What the heck?
That's a movie. Huh? That's gotta be. You gotta make a movie. Hey, where are my movie makers out there? It's almost
What the heck?
it's almost like I see dead people. Can I just say? Let's talk about the Sixth Sense. Let's talk about dude. The Sixth Sense is by far one of the coolest scary movies on planet Earth.
So good.
So good because of the twist.
I know.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Go watch it. I
Insane.
was flabbergasted.
Didn't even see it coming.
No. And you know where I saw that?
Huh.
Me and my friend Angie. Remember Angie Avila?
Yeah.
We drove to Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Sacramento? Yeah, Sacramento to watch you play football.
Oh, UC Davis.
Yeah, at UC Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And we you guys weren't coming in till like hours
Sure,
later.
you guys were there before us.
Yeah. And so I said, she's like, let's go to the movies. That new movie with Bruce Willis came out. And I go, oh, okay. Had no idea it was a scary movie.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was like a thriller kind of thing.
Sure.
And I was on the way out, I was like, God damn, that was good. People were walking in, you're going to love this movie. It's so good. And my friend was like, dude, take it down a notch. And I was like, I was just so enamored by like the creativity of M. Night Shyamalan.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, come on.
Really good. And the actors were
phenomenal.
On. Yeah.
I remember when I forced Donovan to watch it.
I don't remember that. Did you?
I did. I think it was me and Decent. We forced him to watch it because we were like, come on. Like,
was I there?
I don't remember. But we did force him to watch it. He didn't make it through, but I think he was like 11 or 12. And I was like, dang it, come watch it. He's like, I can't take it. And he like ran down the hall. I'm all, damn it. You don't remember that?
I don't.
That one was scary. I left that
was.
one for the last because I'm like, oh man, that made chills go up my spine.
Oh, man.
He's like, Daddy, I think there's someone in my bed.
Come on.
Holy
dude.
shit.
Come on.
And what do? You stay down there under the bed? And then you're like, are you the real? Go ahead and just kill me right now. Like, dude, I'll tap. I tap. I'm out. What do you do?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I'm just reading it, getting heart palpitations.
You're obviously sleeping and he's whispering. You just keep sleeping.
No, you're not. He's not sleeping. No, he said, like, what if Donovan said, Daddy, like, I feel like there's monsters under my bed.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like getting ready for bed. He's laying in bed and you're like, oh, buddy, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, look under the bed.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And you get down on your belly and you look under the bed and Donnie's under the bed. And he's like, Daddy, I think there's someone in my bed. What would you do?
It's crawling in with Donnie.
But what if that's the monster? What if that's the ghost?
What about the other
Your
one?
face. That's why I said, which one is real?
I don't know.
And then what if you're down there looking at him, and then you know there's one up there, and then another one walks in the room? Would you run?
I don't know. I'd be like, okay, whatever. What's happening right now? I can't fight it. There's 3 of you.
Are you looking at his face? He's literally contemplating, like, what would I do? I don't know. It's like you're getting scared right now.
I know, thinking about it, but I'm also saying I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You know, if it happens, it happens.
We're gonna check tape. You did not. You're acting so cavalier right now. Your face was like,
No, I am scared. I'm not saying I'm not scared. I'm scared out of my mind.
oh, I thought you said no. I'm good.
No,
Oh.
I am scared, but it happens. It happens. You know.
Yeah. It happens. Not me.
I don't want.
Bye, bitch. I'm out. Just like I said in the last episode. Listen, every man for himself, and there's real ghosts, dude. I'm sorry. Hey, that's my toxic trait. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave your ass if there's a ghost. I'm sorry. And thankfully, see, yin and yang. That's why you're not scared of the ghost. I am, and we're good. Okay, let's get into our own personal stories. Yeah, you go first.
Okay, mine is back home in Samoa when I was living there. I used to work for an uncle of mine, and we used to start early in the morning.
You used to work for what?
And my uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He owned a construction company.
Okay.
Right. The actual work has nothing to do with the story, so I'm not going to talk about that. I just talk about the drive to work.
Okay.
So it's like we drive from my house all the way to downtown, and it's like a long, windy road, and it's like 2:00 in the morning, right? That's what time we have to get down there.
Why?
Right? It's construction. It's just the work but it's just early in the morning. You know what
It's not me needing more context. Why would you go at 2 a.m? Sorry. I'm killing the vibe. Go ahead.
So anyways, we're in the car and we're driving, and same old. There's 4 of us in there, and we're just talking about what we have to do for work. We're getting there, if there's a plan or whatever, right? And
are you in a car?
Yeah.
Or are you sitting in the back of a truck? Like,
no, we're all in a car.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4 of us are sitting in a car.
Okay.
We're just talking about work. I'm not driving. I was in the back. And then one of the guys in the passenger seat sees a guy hitchhiking. Mm-hmm. So he sees him up. Hey, he goes, hey, there's a guy hitchhiking. In Samoa, you pick everybody up. It's like common. You know what I'm saying? And it's like kind of like, I don't want to say it's rude if you don't stop, but like it's you hardly ever get someone who doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So the guy's hitchhiking, and my buddy's pulling up, and he's looking at him. They're looking at him. They're getting ready to stop, and he goes, "No, man, the driver. Right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going. Boom, we keep going. Right?
Yeah.
And then
what did the hitchhiker look like?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Because we all said, "Hey, what's up, man? Why didn't you stop?"
Yeah.
Right? Like he wanted to ride, and then he goes, "I didn't like the way he looked, like because he was honestly he was dressed funny, like it didn't match. He had like a polo shirt on, and then really nice, and then he had just a colorful Ia Lava Lava on that did not match the. It just looked funny the way he was dressed, and
They're all fashion shaming him. Didn't match.
yeah,
No.
and he had sunglasses on.
At 2 a.m?
Yeah, 2
Was
in the
it dark?
morning.
It was dark?
It was dark.
Okay.
Like in Samoa, when it goes dark, it's black. You can't see shit.
Okay.
And we're on this windy road that's like literally on the against the ocean.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Like on the coast?
yeah,
Like, yeah.
So all you hear is ocean. You know what I mean? And then
I'm scared.
and then randomly you see this guy with sunglasses on and a pink polo and like a flowery like he's hitchhiking. You know what I'm saying? But no one really thinks about it. We just pick him up.
Yeah.
We always do it, right? But he didn't want to do it, right? So
Did he like gun it past him?
yeah, he just slowed and then went nah, and then he just kept going. Right,
okay.
Went around him, and then we all look back, and that guy looks back at us as we drive by him. The guy that's hitchhiking, he's like, "What the hell?" Right? Like,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean? Not even 30 minutes later, same fucking guy.
You're lying.
I swear to God, the passengers guy, the guy who saw him first time, saw him again.
No.
Hey, there's a good same guy hitchhiking, and he's staring at the same outfit, everything, just.
No.
And then my buddy driving said, "No, man, keep going." Not even 30 minutes later, same thing. So we probably saw him 4 times all the way down. Same guy, same look, same everything. And my buddy's driving, same thing, gunned it.
Did you like? Okay, after the first time,
Yeah. So
and then when you saw him the second time, did you roll your windows up and lock the doors?
Everyone didn't say anything. We didn't say shit. Like I promise, all the way to the construction site, where the work area, no one said anything.
Even like in between seeing him.
In between seeing him, no one said, "Hey, there he is again." Yeah. No one said anything. We just looked at him.
What the hell?
Yeah. And then no one said anything. We just looked at him, and then my buddy just kept driving, all 4 times.
Dude, I would have been screaming in the car, going,
"Yeah,
no shit, he's there again."
Yeah. And then he drove all the way to where we were working, and we just sat in there because we had like probably 30 minutes to kill, and we just sat in there.
How come none of you talked?
It was just trippy.
Were you guys like, if we say it out loud, then it makes it real?
I don't know. And then eventually we just started talking about it, and then we were just like,
what?
Just making sure everyone saw what everyone saw. It wasn't like,
no, I know, which is bizarre to me that you wouldn't say, "Did you guys see?" I'm not seeing shit, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys are seeing this guy 4 times. No one said anything.
No one said anything.
Why?
I don't know.
You guys are scared, huh? Like if we say it out loud, then he's gonna be floating next to us, and you're gonna be like, "Ah!"
He's gonna be knocking. Hey man, why'd you pick me up?
Hey motherfucker, open up, dude! I need a ride. You look down, he has no feet. Well, did you ask your friend, the guy who was driving? Did you ask him what made you not pick him up the first time?
He said he didn't like how he looked.
It was just a vibe.
He said he looked funny. I didn't like what he was wearing, and he said that was literally his decision not to stop.
Was he trying to be funny at first?
No, he just said no, and then we were like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he goes, "I didn't like how he looked." That's exactly what he said. And then we just kind of like laughed it off, no big deal. And then, like I said, 30 minutes later, we see him again.
So he didn't like the way he looked.
Yeah.
But did he say, "I didn't like the way he looked," like not what he was wearing, just the way he looked, like his presence?
I'm assuming it was the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm assuming it's the vibe.
You know what? I probably wouldn't have said anything either. If I saw him 4 fucking times, I would have been like, yeah, I'm not saying it first. I think whoever says it first is going to get killed. So I'm just going to sit in silence.
Yeah.
That's trippy. So did you ever encounter that again?
No.
Did you ask anybody on site, "Hey, have you guys ever seen that hitchhiker?"
Yeah, we all talked about it.
Like, not just the 4 of you, but like everybody on site.
The entire day.
Did anyone say
Everyone that lived in our village that does that same drive.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about it, and no one saw anything. Just us.
And you never saw him again?
And I never saw him again.
Damn.
Only one time.
That's
so
scary.
And here's the thing, man. I don't know what you believe or anything. I'm just telling you what I freaking saw with my own eyes.
Well,
you know
4 times.
I'm just saying what I saw with my eyes. That's it.
That's very fucking scary.
It looked real to me.
Yeah. And there was 3 other witnesses that saw the same shit.
Yeah. So
no one else on the site saw that guy?
No.
Dang.
No. We talked about it for a long time too.
Yeah.
Afterwards. Nothing. And then eventually you just stopped talking about it, you know?
I'm so curious what that ghost wanted.
I don't know. Imagine if we stopped. I don't know. Right?
No.
Scoot over.
No.
Right?
No.
And we stopped on it. It would have been on my side. Because I was sitting behind the passenger.
Be honest. Were you like, "Dude, don't pick that guy up.
No.
Gun it. Pedal to the metal."
Dude, I'm telling you, back home, you pick people up, man. You stop.
Dang.
You always stop.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
As soon as you said hitchhiker, I was thinking Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. You know, the 3 hitchhikers. They're all.
Oh yeah.
I forget their names, but it's like those 3 hitchhikers, and they're like this, and they're not real.
Right.
No. I was gonna make a joke, but then I was like, no, I want to hear where this goes. This is scary. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have a story.
Mm-hmm.
And this is with my friend, and I was spending the night at her house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sad story, but it's a kind of a ghost story, to be honest. So to give you some context, my friend's grandma and grandpa lived at the house with them, right? And the grandpa was in one of those medical beds.
Okay.
You know, the ones that go up and down or whatever and have rails on them.
Probably in the living room or
no, he had his own room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had his own room. And so, you know, they would bring him food and they would take care of him. Instead of putting him in hospice, he was there, right? And the grandma would come and take his wife would come and take care of him and bring him food, whatever. Take care of him. So my friend's younger sister and brother went with their like good friends of the family, right? So the parents had these good friends, they had kids, and then my friends, family, they were good friends. So they said, hey, we're going to the lake and we want to take your son and your daughter. And then the older daughter, which was my friend, they wanted to take all three of them, right? Because there was 3 kids. And then my friend's mom was like, oh no, my so-and-so, my oldest daughter, she has her friend spending the night, but you can take the younger ones. So they go, right? They go. Well, first the brother was like, I want to go. And then the dad was like, you don't need to go.
Sure.
It's fine. You have to stay home. And he was like, please. And then they were like, okay. So they let him go. And then they left for the day to go to the lake. So me and my friend, we were hanging out. We were listening to our Prince records and we were just chilling and vibing and helping the grandma out with the grandpa, right?
Sure.
And so the grandpa would talk to us. He was still lucid, but he was sickly, so he was bedridden. And he would like tell us stories about like, back in the day, this is what I did when I was younger. And they're really interesting stories.
Sure.
Old people, dude, they have really good fucking stories.
No.
And when they tell them, they're so vivid. And like, I imagine them in my head and I'm like, dang, And he loved when I came over because we would always rap,
He probably he's probably lonely.
He was lonely. He loved the company.
Yeah.
I love the stories.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Right. So we were chilling by his bedside and he was telling us stories of his youth and like the cool things he used to do and how he used to, play in a band and blah, blah, blah. Right. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he was like making funny stories about like his wife. He was like, yeah, she wanted me. But like, I was like, whatever. And she was like yelling at him from the kitchen, making his lunch. Don't lie about shit like that, blah, 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 right? So we were laughing, whatever. And then he was telling us this funny story about how he was courting the grandma. And then the phone rings. And back then, for all you youngins, this is when we had hardline phones, like actual phones affixed to the wall, okay? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Google it.
And they had a long cord.
And a long curly cord. Look it up. It's called Google, right? So they had one in the kitchen, right? And it was hanging it was yellow, right? Hanging in the kitchen. I'll never forget. And so he was telling us this story and we were laughing. And then the phone kept ringing, right? It rang twice. And then the grandpa was talking and then he stopped. And then he just looked at us. And then he just closed his eyes and he started crying.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, what? What the hell?
Like in the middle of your story.
Middle of the story. I mean, he was jaw jacking, man. He was making jokes and we were laughing. Yeah. And the phone rang twice, and then on the third ring, he just like closed his eyes, and then he just tears started coming, and then he just kept saying, "He's gone. He's gone." And then we were like, "What the fuck? Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, who's gone?
Who's gone?" And then he just put his head down like this, and like you could see the tears, and he kept saying, "He's gone, he's gone." Then it started getting louder. He's gone, he's gone. And then he started yelling, "He's gone!" And then we were like, "What the fuck?" Oh man, he finally snapped, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I got scared, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then because you heard on the third ring, you heard the grandma pick up the phone, right? But I was focused on him. And I didn't hear what was going on in the kitchen. And then I heard the grandma crying, screaming. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. And then she hung up the phone. And then she came in and she was just looking at us. And she was looking at the grandpa. And he was looking at her. And he was like, he's gone. And then she was like, I know. And I'm like, what did I miss? What the fuck did I miss? Yeah. And then my friend was like, same thing. And we were looking at each other like we had no idea what they were talking about. Yeah. Then it got scary. Sure. And then they both started crying and hugging. And then the grandma looked at us and was like, I have to talk to your mom and your dad because they had left to go to the store or whatever. So they had to wait till they came home and she wouldn't. And then my friend kept saying, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? And the grandma was like, your parents have to tell you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, my heart was racing. And then I was like, hey man, I'm gonna kind of go, like, because I rode my bike over there, so I was like, I'm gonna go, and then she's like, please don't leave, I don't know what's going on, and I was like, fuck, dude, I'm a good friend, so I stayed, right? The parents came home, and then the phone started ringing again, and I was like, no, now I'm scared, right? Sure. What was that scary movie if you answered the phone, like,
was it Scream?
No, there was like the phone. You guys know what I'm talking about. Drop it in the comments. But it was if you answered the phone, then you didn't hear anything. You just heard static or something, and then you died like a day later or something. If you answered a phone. So anyway, that's what it reminded me of. But so the phone rang again. The parents came home. All the parents are crying. Grandparents are crying, and I'm like, someone had to have died. Like, what the fuck, dude? Either that or someone's house burned down. I don't know what. And then the phone rang again, and the grandpa goes, answer it. And nobody was listening because they were all upset. And then he was like, answer the phone. And then nobody would answer it. And then he yells, answer the phone. The fucking police are trying to call. Huh? What the hell? Wow. So, yeah. So then they kind of snapped out of it when they heard that. They picked up the phone. It was the police. I don't know what this grandpa had. He had a third raven eye. I don't know what. But then it started clicking. This guy's a clairvoyant, or like this guy knows shit. Like he just knows shit before it happens. And it was the police. Jeez. So long story short, my friend's little brother had drowned at the lake. But the grandpa knew. He knew when that phone was ringing, he knew who was on the other line. How? What the hell?
I don't know.
Isn't that scary?
It is. But it's cool.
I didn't sleep for a month. And I never went back to that friend's house again. I was like, fuck that, dude.
It's crazy, but it's cool.
Like, I'm getting heart pains right now just thinking about it. I never went over there again. And when I'd see her at school, I would be like, hey. And then she was like, and then she was known as the grandpa who could tell the future. And everybody was scared of her. And then I felt bad. But I was like, I'm sorry. I'm scared. What do you want me to do? I can't take this anymore. It was fucking scary.
I bet.
Because, like, I kind of want to go, what'd your grandpa know about me? What is it? Tell me the future. Yeah. What's going on? But it's too scary.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people I know that go get their palms read and, like, they go to fortune tellers and stuff? And I'm like, I'm good. What about you? Would you want to sit down with a fortune teller?
I wouldn't mind.
Or what are they called? I don't know. What are they? Palm reader?
I don't know.
I don't know what they're called.
Psychic.
Yeah. Would you want to go?
I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind? No, I'm good. Dude, I'm good. I don't need to know anything. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal. I don't need to know the future. You know what? Just let it rip. Just let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Oh.
You know? And every time I say that to someone, they go, well, what if it's good? I go, well, what if it's bad? No, thank you.
I'll see it when I see it.
Yeah. Because here's how I think of it, right? I think of it as like, if I know the future, like for real, and you like know for sure it's going to happen. And let's just say it is bad. Now I'm ruining my present. You know what I mean? Like the present, I'm ruining it. I could be having fun and kicking ass and like, you know what I mean? And just making memories. You know how I feel about that?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that if I know something really bad is going to happen. And you can't change it.
I know.
I've seen movies. I've seen Back to the Future. You fuck with one thing, you fuck with everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Imagine.
I don't want to know about psychics.
Yeah.
I mean, from things that psychics know, I don't want to know.
I agree. I don't think I want to know.
No,
I don't. I'm good.
I mean, because if I went and they said, hey man, this is what's going to happen. You're going to, in 2 days or in 5 days, you're going to get hit by a bus. You know what I'm doing? Guess what I'm doing?
Staying home for 5 days.
No, I'm not. I'm going bungee jumping. I'm smoking coke. Or what is that? I don't even know how to do drugs. Smoke coke. This is how you know I don't do drugs. I don't know what the fuck. What is it? Smoking crack. Smoking crack. I'm like trying ecstasy. I'm trying everything under the fucking sun. I'm drinking my weight in like booze. I don't know.
You wouldn't try and fight it? You wouldn't try to beat it?
No, because I believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
What if they were lying to me? I'm just partying like an idiot, getting all crazy, spending all my savings. Like,
you're going like into day 10, you're still doing it.
Yeah, and I'm still like, well,
it's coming.
It's coming. I'm like one of those fucking weirdos in the quarter. The end is coming. The end of the world is coming. Remember that movie with I had a brain blast. Remember that movie with what was it? Queen Latifah, and like she bumped her head, then she had to go to the doctors, and they gave her the wrong results, and then she went and cashed out her 401k and went like and did all this cool shit.
Nuts.
That would be me. That would be me. That would be me. We were just talking today about like bucket list stuff, going to going to Disney Tokyo,
Yeah, Japan.
going to Mount Fuji and snowboarding and like all kinds of cool shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would be me. I'd be the Queen Latifah if someone told me that I only had like a couple days to live. I'd be like, let it rip. Anyway, okay. So that's my one story.
Okay.
And then the other story that I just remembered right before we started filming was, remember when me and Ev, we were running, was it Ev with me? Shit, I can't remember. I think it was. Ev, if you're watching this, let me know if you were with me. If not,
She'll remember.
Evelyn remembers everything. She even remembers when my Costco card expires. And if it wasn't you, then it was a ghost. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But one time we were running a conference for somebody, and we had to stay at the Queen Mary. Mm-hmm. If you guys aren't from Southern California, you don't know the Queen Mary, look it up.
It's in Long Beach.
Long Beach. Why did no one tell me that the Queen Mary is haunted?
I always kind of knew it. I never went to it.
Well, that's because you kind of grew up in Long Beach a little bit, because a lot of your family lived in Long Beach. I had no idea.
Yeah.
None. So I take this gig. It was a side gig. So someone hired me to run one of their big conferences. And part of my contract was like, okay, well, you have to pay for my room to stay at, because it was on the Queen Mary.
Sure.
And they have hotel rooms on the Queen Mary. You can stay in the cabins. And so I was like, dude, this is going to be so fun. This is going to be so fun. We're going to stay on a ship that's like built in like, I don't know, the early 1900s. And we're going to have so much fun. And I'm not even kidding. So we were staying up late. We were doing like name tags and stuff like that on our portable printers. And we were in the room. And they had this big like armoire with like 2 like doors. And it reminded me of, remember the big armoire on Beauty and the Beast that came to life? It was like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's drawers at the bottom, and then there's those 2 open cabinets, right?
Closet doors on top.
Yeah, like cabinet doors. And so it kept opening, right? Like creaking open, and I'm sitting there like on my laptop, and I'm all looking back, and I'm like, I could have sworn I closed those.
Yeah.
So I would just get up, and I would close them, and it would click. And then I would sit down on I'm not even joking. This is like at 1 a.m. because we pulled an all-nighter, right? Because we got brought in at the last minute. So we were like doing all that stuff last minute. And then it starts doing it again, creaking open. And I'm like, the hell, dude? So I got up and I'm like, now I'm annoyed because now I have to keep getting up because I don't like open closets. I don't like open cabinets. Sure. I don't like open drawers because it fucking scares me. I don't know why they're open. So I went to close it one more time. And then when I closed it this time, I'm like pulling the knobs, and they were magnetic. Sure. So they were not coming undone.
So it wasn't like it was loose? Or...
No, it wasn't like it was old, and it would like a suction cup, and then it would just let loose. Yeah. Because I stood there like this. After I'm like, go ahead, open. And they didn't. And then, you kind of just push them, and maybe they might pop open. Nothing solid, right? You had to like kind of jerk them open to like make them open. Yeah. I sat down, 3rd time, started doing it again. Yeah. And then I'm like, then it hit me. I'm not even turning around. Fuck that. I don't know what's behind me. And I'm almost positive it was Evelyn. And I remember because she was sleeping, and I was like, dude. So I was like hitting her because I was at the little desk next to the bed.
Sure.
And I was like hitting her, and she's like, what? And I'm like, is the closet door, like the armoire, is it open behind me? Because I was too fucking scared to turn around. And she's like all groggy, and she's like, yeah. And I go, I just closed it. And she was like, someone told me this place is haunted. And I go, what? What? And then I didn't sleep. And then now she's not sleeping because she's like, I'm like, you're just now telling me this? Yeah. I was not good.
No sleep?
And then all I kept thinking was like, the Titanic, maybe there's dead people on here. And then I went down a rabbit hole after, because listen. And then I remember sitting there too, because I saw a movie once and someone says, if you just talk to the ghost, they'll leave you alone. Shut up. So I'm like, hey, and I would not turn around because I'm like, I'm not making eye contact with a fucking ghost, right? So I was over there go ahead, open up. Like I'm talking to it, right? So I was like, hey, if you're a ghost, I hope you're nice. Like, I'm cool. Like, do what you got to do. I'm not going to bother you. I'm just working here. I didn't know this was your space. I will get out as soon as I'm done, blah, blah, blah. And then Ev went and shut the doors. Didn't open again.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude.
Did not open again after I made peace with the ghost.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding, dude.
See? Isn't that real?
I don't know, but then here's the thing. When we left that room, like I didn't even sleep. I did not. I'm not laying in your bed. Whoever, homie, I'm not laying in your bed. This is your thing. And Ev was like really scared too. So like, I'm almost positive it was Ev. It had to be. Anyway, so then I didn't even unpack. I didn't shower. Nothing. I said, hey, you get me at the conference looking like the day before. I don't give a fuck because I'm not. The only thing I did was change. And in the bathroom down the hall, like next to like the elevators, because I'm like, the common bathroom. I'm not staying in this room ever again. And I was so fired up to be staying there. I'm not staying here at all. So we left going down the hall, and then you know what I thought of? The Shining.
What?
Because it had that long hall with that fancy ass carpet, and then the elevators were at the end.
Yeah.
I'm all, oh motherfucker! I'm taking the stairs. You're out of your mind if you think I'm getting back in that thing. And it was a little tiny rickety elevator.
Did it open in an ocean of blood?
Of blood came out
and spilling.
And I'm like, "Where's my big wheel?" And then get on my big wheel and start, dude.
Red rum.
Yeah, red rum. Scariest movie I've ever seen. Scariest movie I've ever seen. Let's talk about The Shining.
Yeah.
The Shining is the scariest fucking movie.
Good.
Stanley Kubrick.
It's really good.
Chef's kiss.
Love it.
My brother and my stupid cousin Brendan. You're not stupid, Brendan. I love you. That's my white side of the family. They forced me to watch The Shining when I was like first grade, second grade.
Wow.
And it was,
and there it is, folks.
And they're like, it's a classic. And I'm like, that's
when it began.
That's where my affinity for being scared began. I was terrified after that. But then I don't know, it's kind of a sickness. Then you're like, oh, all right, what other scary movies can we do? That's where, I'm not even joking, that's where it started. That's where my love for Halloween and scary things started, because it was so scary. And it wasn't scary like, hey, gory, we're gonna lop your head off or whatever. It was the suspense and the psychotic crazy town that was going on in that hotel.
Yeah, how the transformation, huh?
Crazy.
From the first time they stepped in until the end.
I remember the part where they had the lady in the tub.
Oh,
right. And I was like, oh, boobies. And my brother and my cousin were like, oh, boobies, right? Because they had never seen the movie either. And they turned around and she was an old, wrinkly, dilapidated woman. And she was like, and they were scared. They were under the blanket, like fucking scared. And I was like, yeah, you little bitches. It was scary though. I was terrified. But anyway.
The Shining.
The Shining. If you have not seen The Shining, you have to watch it. You have to watch it, and you have to watch it with the lights off at night.
At night. By yourself.
No, don't do that. That's too scary. Too scary. And then after you watch it, then you have to watch a Disney movie, because that's what I do.
A couple of Disney movies. Let's see. The Shining. Okay, I'm gonna need.
And then we're gonna follow it up with Coco, Tangled, and Snow White. I have to cleanse my palate after watching a scary movie every time. It's crazy. So anyway, that's our spooky season, guys. Those are our scary stories. And I wonder if you guys have your own, because if you do, share them.
Please.
Because I want to see that. I want to hear them, and I want to be scared.
I know. It's so cool.
So freaking cool.
Yeah.
But listen, before we wrap it up, I want to end on something very serious. So we are, I don't know, a handful of days away from voting.
Sure.
November 5th, in case you're living under a rock and you don't know when we're voting. Okay. But also there's voting. It's very, very, very important. We've said this on the podcast before.
We have.
It is crucial that you guys vote. Okay. We're not telling you how to vote or who to vote for. But let me just be very clear. Let us be very clear. Voting for the president of the United States and the vice president of the United States is, first of all, it's a privilege. But that's like the big show.
Yeah.
Where the real work happens, and I know you'll agree with me because we talk about it all the time, is voting at your local and state levels.
Yeah.
Okay. So your local, we're talking about school boards. We're talking about city council. We're talking about all the like grassroots level.
Right.
Okay. So there's local, then there's state, and then there's federal. Okay. You have to vote on all 3 levels. Okay. So if you guys are, you guys have your early voting and whatever, they're trying to make it hard for you to vote, but you have a voice, use it.
Yeah. Exercise your right.
It's not it's a privilege, but it's also your right as a citizen. Okay.
Exercise your right to
vote. So vote at all the levels, not just for the big show. Okay. Because we have a lot of work to do. And every vote counts. Oh my God, such a good point.
Yeah, every vote counts. Don't feel like they're not going to listen to me. That's not true.
Oh man, they might not listen to one person, but what if one person and one person and one person and one person and they all get together and vote?
Yeah.
Then what? And you know what I think about? I think about the movie Bug's Life.
Sure.
Right.
Great example.
It's a great example. One ant can't fight the grasshoppers. No. But all the ants can whoop the grasshopper's ass. And that's what they did. Yeah. So all our little baby ants out there, please get together so we can whoop some grasshopper ass this year and bring back hope and joy and just really get to work. Yeah. Right? So vote whatever that means to you. We need you guys to get in there and vote. Cool? And you know what's exciting, you guys? And I might just vlog about it. This is going to be Donovan's first year that he's eligible to vote. My baby. It's his first year because he turned 18 2 years ago in the middle of a term. So now he gets to vote.
That's correct.
So I'm not going to tell you how he's going to vote, but he's very excited to vote.
He is.
Yeah. So with that in mind, you guys, we just want to, you're going to get sick of hearing us say this, but every podcast we're going to try to remember to remind you to vote.
To utilize your right to vote.
Absolutely. 100%. Okay. And just know, this would have been at the beginning of the pod, but it was too funny because I scared the shit out of Tate and I got his ass. So I wanted to make sure we put it at the end. So don't let your life be a scary monster movie and get your ass out and vote. It's so easy. And when you vote, I want you guys to post and I want you to tag us because your parents are telling you to vote. And I want you to show us your stickers. They're getting they're getting really creative with the I voted stickers. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So with that, we will say adieu and thank you guys for joining us on our spooky season.
Thank you.
And let's zoom in on my Halloween town right here, my Disney Halloween town. I'm so excited. Shout out to my cousin Mayo, who sent me a text and said, Costco has the Halloween town, right? He texted that to me last year. Well, the year before. I went, they were sold out. Last year in like August, they came out. They had just put them on the floor and I snatched one up. And what did you say? Did you support me in my purchase?
I did not.
You did not.
I did not.
And what did you say tonight?
That is just, there was a reason why you purchased it.
He's like,
just for this.
He's like, there must have been a reason why you purchased this. And it was to put it here in our studio. He goes, I didn't agree with the purchase at the time.
I didn't.
But man, it looks kick-ass. And he's the one that brought it out of the box and put it all up. So funny. So anyway, that's our Halloween town. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us for our spooky season. And don't forget to put in your Am I the Asshole submissions in. We got a few more, but we want more so we can make a couple episodes out of it. Okay? Yeah. So with that, we will say happy Halloween, early Halloween. Boop, boop, and we'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
What about this? Something's flashing. See it?
Yeah, that's your voice.
No. This right here.
Where?
Ha!
What the fuck are you doing, bud? What the fuck? Fuck, dude, my heart hurts. Buddy. What the fuck?
I gotta pee.
Dude, my fucking heart hurts, dude. Oh. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts.
That's pretty bad, buddy.
Clear.
Fucking the rhythm's off, bro.